Hello everyone and welcome to the Phoenix Raceway for the running of the Arizona Dodge Dealers 150, the third race of the Mountain Dew Custom Series weekend. It's been a little bit since I've been in the booth for the Mountain Dew Custom Series, but this weekend Peter is under the weather, so we hope that he will recover, be able to come back for the next race. However, we are here at Phoenix, a newly reconfigured Phoenix. The start-finish line moved to the back straightaway, or what was once the back straightaway, as well as a brand new wall, grandstands, the works. Colton Layne is going to be your pole sitter. What a surprise, you know? These two drivers, Layne and Fletcher, have been the big talk of the garage area the last 2 weeks, I should say. We've only had 2 races, Mountain Dew Custom Series. Alongside him, Logan Cloud for Evernham. It's going to be interesting to see if Evernham can bring up Cloud instead of Antoine Smith this race. However, Antoine starts in 10th. Colton Layne has had all 3 races on pole, but Alex Fletcher is the driver who right now leads the point standings by 4 points over Colton Layne. Fletcher and Layne lead by 15 points over this man right here. Antoine Smith, the Evernham driver, looks to be the only one that can touch him, including Stephen Wallace Jr., who starts in the 13th position today. Many drivers looking to try to win today, try to topple Layne and Fletcher, but it's going to be hard. It's going to definitely be difficult. These two drivers have the strongest cars in the garage area. And with a big weekend coming up where the teams will be able to work on their cars and try to improve them for the next month of racing, Colton Layne is one of the big threats looking to win a title for Mid-South Automotive. He almost did last season, but was undone by teammate Austin Johnson. We'll see what will happen today at Phoenix Raceway, but it is a beautiful, cloudy day here in Phoenix. It is a 47-lap race, the Arizona Dodge Dealers 150. Let's go ahead down trackside for the commands to fire the engines here at the Phoenix Raceway for the 3rd time this season in the MDCS.
Drivers, start your engines!
With that, the engines are fired. Colton Layne, Logan Cloud lead us down. Alex Fletcher and Matthew Brown in row 2. Alex Peters, Eric Monaco, row 3. Priya McShane, Austin Johnson, row 4. Luke Rainey, Antoine Smith, row 5. Handful of these drivers are making the trek out to California after this race is done, including Colton Layne, Logan Cloud, Alex Peters, as well as Antoine Smith filling in for Jake Galloway this weekend. Crown Royal Truck Series, and a few more of these Mountain Dew Custom Series guys making their Crown Royal Truck Series starts at that race, the King Taco 250, which will be live from California tomorrow, hopefully. Colton Layne and Logan Cloud will lead us down. Alex Fletcher, Matthew Brown, row 2. Will anyone be able to pass Colton Layne? It's a 47-lap dash to the finish here at Phoenix. We've driven Phoenix in the Crown Royal Truck Series before the reconfiguration. Those races, not really some of the best in the history, but they were still pretty solid. What will we do when we see this new configuration? Colton Layne, Logan Cloud will lead us down. Fletcher right behind him. Will Fletcher be able to stop Layne from taking the points lead? We're going to see right here. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing at Phoenix here in the Arizona Dodge Dealers 150, and down into turn number 1, Colton Layne's going to lead them. Fletcher looking to the inside, but Logan Cloud with some momentum on the outside. Can Cloud clear Colton Layne off of the corner? He's trying hard. 2 and 3 wide further back, maybe even 4 wide with Patrick Smith, as Logan Cloud is trying to hang on and take this race lead, and he will. What a move by Cloud. He is your race leader here, but Colton Layne's going to fight back to the inside with Alex Fletcher. Cloud leads lap 1. They spread out 3 and 4 wide down the back straightaway. Now Alex Fletcher looks to the very bottom on Layne. Now Cloud trying to hang on the outside. Layne's going to be able to cover him off as Alex Fletcher moves to the inside. 2, 3, 4 wide as they come off of the corner. Colton Layne, your race leader. Alex Fletcher now trying to defend against Logan Cloud. Now Fletcher dives to the inside. Matthew Brown, look at Luke Rainey in that 82. Started this race from 9th. He's already up into the 5th position. But now Colton Layne takes the lead. The fans thought Cloud was about to take the lead, maybe pull away, but now Colton Layne out in front like usual. Look at this pack further back, 3 and 4 wide. We're going to go to a bit of a wider angle shot now from the turn 4, not turn 1, grandstands. A couple guys getting sideways off the corner, but 2 and 3 wide. Look at Antoine Smith in that 39, really power off on that outside line. Alex Fletcher dives it in. Now Matthew Brown looking for a move on Alex Fletcher. That is for the second position. Now Luke Rainey goes all the way to the bottom. That's something we didn't see at Old Phoenix. They took out the dirt that was on the bottom. They took out the dirt in the grass. Now they have that whole back straightaway to work with. Luke Rainey for Toyota Racing Development moves his Ray into the third position. Rainey right now sitting 16th in points. Not the strong start that we thought he'd have for TRD, but right now third is a great performance. Logan Cloud sits 10th in points. He's in the top 5. He's third entering California in the Crown Royal Truck Series, looking to improve that with a pole position in the King Taco 250 for tomorrow. But Fletcher and Layne checking out. One car is around at the back. That is Bobo Jones for Diego Yepes Incorporated. This team has just been struggling. The 77 did not win last season with DJ Curtis. Right now, Bobo, not very good. 22nd in points. He's made both races, but I don't know if that point standing is going to last. Alex Fletcher to the inside of Colton Layne as they go for the race lead. Now Fletcher looks for the spot away from him. Matthew Brown further back there, but Alex Fletcher looking to take it away from Colton Layne into turn number 1. These two are the top two all season long, and we're probably going to see this battle for the championship between them. Fletcher out in front, and as he's going to clear Colton Layne into turn number 3, Layne up the track and give the race lead. Now Alex Fletcher, as they come off of the corner, will have a flyby as they head down the front straightaway, but Alex Fletcher, it looks like he'll be able to clear Colton Layne heading into turn number 1. Further back at the back of the pack, still 2-3. A lot of guys going very far to the bottom. Poor Bobo Jones out there. We're going to flip to the high atop camera, looking down the back straightaways. Colton Layne goes for the race lead on Alex Fletcher. And now big crash in the back. Dylan Young, Peter Onchak, Antoine Smith's in it. Jacob Rose, Jesse Turner, and they're all spinning at the back. Fletcher will lead us back around, but a heavy crash. Antoine Smith, third in points, and that is going to give Alex Fletcher, Colton Layne some big momentum. Logan Bradley with damage. Antoine Smith, Dylan Young is out of this one. Peter Onjak with some heavy damage. He's been having a good season, as well as he won at Mesa Marin in the Crown Royal Truck Series for the first time in 4 years. Patrick Smith with damage. That's his first race. Jesse Turner with damage. Jacob Rose. Carson Bowers. He got in on his Champions Provisional. He has damage. But that was a pretty big incident, as well as you see, there's the 28, Larry Hagan, and Daniel Elliott in the 4, Logan Bradley's in, but Larry Hagan, a fan favorite driver, Texas Star Racing, they thought they were going to get a good season with the 28. We thought Larry Hagan could have gone to the 48 when he was signed to Texas Star Racing, but not, and heartbreak for Larry. It's been a pretty good season. Average finish of a top 10 run. 2 top 10s right off the bat, but this will probably be his last top 10. Big crash there. Austin Murray also with some heavy damage for Johnson Performance. But Alex Fletcher and Colton Layne have been battling for the lead early on this time around. Rainey and Cloud, though, have been able to get up there and kind of contend with them, especially Cloud leading that lap number 1. Dylan Young now out with damage. Antoine Smith probably going to be out with damage. But it's Alex Fletcher in the race lead over Colton Layne, Luke Rainey, Matthew Brown, and Logan Cloud. Big crash on lap number 8 puts us under the first caution of the day. It looks like Antoine Smith right on the corner of Young. Going to turn him up head on in there. Hagan and Antoine nowhere to go. Carson Bowers runs into the track, is blocked. Everyone's trying to get through. Mike Cook gets some damage. But Antoine Smith, Dylan Young with some heavy damage here off of turn number 2. Been more of a wide angle shot here. We're going to slow it down. Young is just on the bottom. Nowhere he can really go except under the yellow. Hooked by Antoine. Rose and Hagan nowhere to go. Onjak's just going to get clipped at the end. Heartbreak for Peter Onjak. But Young hits very hard head on. Larry Hagan into the back of Young. That's not good for Fitzwater Australia Racing. They're already bleeding money as is. Rose goes back up. Gets hit by Jesse Turner. Now the track is completely blocked. There goes Daniel Elliott into it. You also see Jeffrey Finguy get some damage, as well as the 46. They hit, as well as the 3, Ryan Reed, not Anderson Reed. Logan Bradley mounts Mike Cook. Vicious crash here on lap number 8. One more angle of this one. We'll focus on the back half of this grid when they were all stacking up, but just a spin up in front. Everyone piles in. You see Daniel Elliott just get run over, as well as Mike Cook gets run over by Logan Bradley. But heavy damage, going to take out a few good drivers at the back of the grid. Let's go ahead, get you guys back to the green flag after this. Lights on the pace car have gone out here at Phoenix. Right now out in front it is Alex Fletcher in the 48. Behind him is Colton Layne. Luke Rainey sits third, Matthew Brown fourth, and Logan Cloud in fifth. Eric Monaco sixth, Stephen Wallace Jr. seventh, Alex Peters eighth, Austin Johnson ninth, and Roger Ray 10th. Two drivers are out of this one. That is the 86 of Dylan Young and the 45 of Jacob Rose. Antoine Smith still in this one. You see him back there at the very back, just about at the back, about 5 cars up. He is still in this looking for those points, but it's Alex Fletcher and Colton Layne in the race lead. The dominant duo from the first 2 races looking to win again and sweep the first 3. Both of them have a win. Luke Rainey, Matthew Brown, Logan Cloud, all hungry for some, as well as Eric Monaco, Stephen Wallace Jr. Coming back to the green flag. Fletcher with a great jump. Luke Rainey might be able to jump Colton Layne here. Down the front straightaway here at Phoenix. We're back down into turn number 1. It's Alex Fletcher in the race lead, all to himself. Layne in second, Rainey third. Top 5 looking. Logan Cloud going to the very bottom. Now Layne gets a nose down to the very bottom on Fletcher. Further back, you saw Stephen Wallace Jr. trying to make a move, but Colton Layne looking back for the race lead on Alex Fletcher. Mid-South Automotive versus Texas Star Racing is about to be this season's big story. Luke Rainey, though, for Toyota Racing Development right there as well. And you see the Evernham 79 of Logan Cloud. He was able to lead the first lap over Colton Layne before getting past, trying to do that this time and try to gain himself possibly a race win. But Luke Rainey now on the inside of Alex Fletcher. Colton Layne's going to try to slide up in front of Fletcher. That might give Rainey some time, as the 48 might have had to check up. But Rainey looking for second. If they could just get that 48 out of there and work themselves on that 14, they could have a shot. Now Alex Fletcher up the track. Rainey and Cloud looking to the inside now, as they are both going to clear Alex Fletcher into turn number 1, but Cloud goes to the inside of Rainey. Now you got Eric Monaco, Alex Peters further back. Now Cloud's going to look for the second spot. Alex Fletcher might get passed by Eric Monaco in the 02. Here comes Logan Cloud in the 79. He's looking for that first career Mountain Dew Custom Series win. There he goes to the inside of Colton Layne, looking for the race lead. The crowd cheers. Evernham's number 79, a Logan Cloud, to the race lead here at Phoenix, and now Luke Rainey trying to follow him behind. Alex Fletcher's dropped to the 5th spot. Colton Layne still on that outside line. Colton's going to go very wide, almost into the outside wall. That gives Rainey and Cloud all the room they need. Now Peters and Monaco making contact. Rainey all over the back of Logan Cloud as they go down the back straightaway. I'm very sorry about mixing up the front and back. I was just so used to the old Phoenix configuration. Logan Cloud, though, in the race lead. Colton Layne now trying to fight Rainey for second. Alex Fletcher, though, has fallen all the way back to 6th. This could be the first time that these guys, Fletcher would finish outside of the top 5 today. Rainey goes up the track following the Colton Layne line from before, and I think that's not what Cloud wanted to see. He did not want to see that 14 already in his rear view mirror as well. Alex Fletcher has gotten to the inside, so he's going to be able to make a move on Eric Monaco. One thing to point out, Fitzwater Australia Racing is close to bankruptcy. They might have to sell parts of their team, so either Mark Silas, Noah Clifton, or Dylan Young might be out of a ride in the coming week, but Noah Clifton running very well in this 59 inside the top 10. You also got Priya McShane, Stephen Wallace Jr. back there, but Colton Layne now making a move on Logan Cloud for the race lead. This is going to be the battle as Cloud in that 79 is on the outside. Layne goes down to the bottom, trying to make that move. Cloud all the way up the racetrack, and Colton Layne's going to take the race lead away from Logan Cloud once again, brings Luke Rainey back into the mix. Now you got Alex Peters, Eric Monaco. The 48, that is Alex Fletcher right there. He's trying to make a move. Matthew Brown in the 01. You got Noah Clifton back there in 8th. Stephen Wallace Jr. in 9th. Wallace Jr. 17 points out of the points lead. He's still going to lose a lot of points to Layne and Fletcher as they run right now. However, Antoine Smith might lose a lot more. Roger Ray also in this. Austin Johnson, not Austin Murray. There's Cody Smart in the 53. Zachary Racing has been having a bit of a struggle in the Mountain Dew Custom Series so far. Smart sits himself 20th in points after a big crash left him with a concussion after Daytona. He was cleared to drive. Maybe that is what is affecting his driving right now. Colton Layne has pulled away in that car up above. There you see William Duncan further back. Duncan, talk about him real quick. He had a fairly good start to the season. Las Vegas wasn't as good for him, but still a top 10 run in points, especially after how horribly he finished 22nd in the points last season. This 33 team, they're trying to rebound, trying to gain some spots here. Doing fairly well. Bobo Jones spun earlier. Peter Onjak's going to full send right down to the inside of him. Now I got Austin Delgado roughing up Ryan Reed. May as well look back here. The front Not really doing much there. You see Logan Bradley, Antoine Smith, Larry Hagan, and I believe that is Carson Bowers. They are slow, as well as Jesse Turner. 20 of 47 complete. Still a bit of the race to go. Colton Layne out in front. Rainey, Cloud, second and third. I'm going to take you guys to our first commercial break. Bring you guys back to the action here. Mountain Dew Custom Series at Phoenix.
Let's say your coolant is like my Pink Funny car. It has a job to do, to get from here to there. Over time, your radiator could become clogged up, full of nasty corrosion and scale that keeps it from flowing like it should. Cue the zombies! These zombies are like corrosion and scale, and they can definitely create a problem for you. The new Peak Antifreeze and Coolant formula has 10 times more scale-fighting inhibitors and works like this. Now that's more like it.
New Peak Antifreeze and Coolant, now with 10 times more scale-fighting inhibitors and superior lifetime protection. Try and top it.
Back live here at Phoenix for the running of the Arizona Dodge Dealers 150. Colton Layne continuing to lead, pulling away from the 82 of Luke Rainey and the 79 of Logan Cloud. Matthew Brown, Eric Monaco, and Noah Clifton have all gotten around Alex Fletcher, which is pretty interesting to see. Right now, Colton Layne out in front, but Fletcher back to 6th. Could be his first finish outside of the top 5. And look at Austin Johnson, the driver who we thought would be a major title contender, 17th in points already, an average finish of 19th, average start of 32nd. Is just horrible for this Mid-South Automotive driver, especially when teammate Colton Layne, right now, he's started on pole 3 races in a row, and his worst finish of the season being, I believe, 3rd. He has 2 top 5s, I know that. Alex Fletcher now gets around Noah Clifton, trying to move himself back up. But Austin Johnson, it's been a disappointing season so far for him, trying to change that around. Luke Rainey, Logan Cloud, right now your 2 race leaders behind Colton Layne. That is your 2nd and 3rd, I should say, as they run right now. But Colton Layne obviously just out to the races here, pulling away. Eric Monaco in 5th, a great run for Smart Motorsports today. In off-season testing, they were pretty fast, which was pretty surprising for such a young team. Smart Motorsports only came in last season with Eric Monaco. Right now, this O2 team, they have really turned it around in the offseason. They are a championship contending driver. Eric Monaco, though, 23rd in points after a DNF at Daytona, as well as not a very strong Las Vegas race, but they're showing today that they have the speed on these shorter races. Las Vegas, they were also running pretty well till late in the race. But Monaco in this O2, right now fighting Austin Johnson, Alex Fletcher. That is for the 5th position. The only battle happening up front, but Luke Rainey, you did not see him near Cloud. He has pulled away from Cloud. Austin Johnson trying to do a slide job on the O2 when he was only like halfway alongside him. But Eric Monaco having a great job. Battle for 5th starting to heat up, though. But that's Johnson, Fletcher, and Monaco. Looks like Fletcher's going to go down and try to follow the faster driver. Austin Johnson, though, as we said, underdog this season now. Not really the championship contender we thought he would be. It's a 2-horse race in front instead of what we thought would be 3. But Johnson doing very well right now here at Phoenix. Here's Alex Peters. He is driving full-time for Zachary Racing in both divisions. He will be at California tomorrow at Auto Club for the running of the King Taco 250. And this 87 team, the Dex Imaging 87, last season, again, a journeyman driver. He went from Diego Yepes Incorporated, drove a few races at Shade Burkhardt Racing before landing himself finally at Zachary Racing, and he has found his full-time spot there. It's a great run right now today for Alex Peters. He is not, though, inside the top 10. He's a bit further down in points than he wants to be, but running very strong up inside the top 10 for right now. Fletcher making a move. Noah Clifton's going to make it 3 wide on Fletcher. Shoves him up the track. Here comes that Fitzwater Australia Racing driver. What an underdog performance. We didn't think Clifton would be that big of a threat this season, but man, he has been putting up some solid races, solid numbers, a great qualifying start of 10.5 heading into this race, and he hasn't finished outside of the top 25 yet, so doing very strong, doing very, very well. Hopefully this 59 team can turn it around before they would have to end their MDCS program. Jesse Turner is slow. He's a lap car from the damaged crash earlier on, and that's just only helped Colton Layne grow out to a 2.5-second lead. Luke Rainey right now sits in 2nd, a great run for Toyota Racing Development. But Colton Layne, this is an all-powerful team. Last week it was a great battle, though, between Fletcher and Layne. They were fighting hard, and at the end it was Layne who pulled out around him on the final lap, got to his inside, and won the race. We're down to 15 laps to go. Colton Layne, your race leader. Luke Rainey, Logan Cloud, the rest of the field. I guess we can just start looking back through the field, take a look at some of the underdogs that are up here. As we mentioned, Noah Clifton and Eric Monaco already, as Monaco's trying to wreck Fletcher. Fletcher's really having a horrible day. He was up front battling for the lead at one point, and since that restart, he's just been sliding like a rock all the way down a mountain. He's back to 7th, battling for 7th with Monaco. He's 8th right now. This 48 team not looking like they are that powerful team that they once were, or that they were the last 2 weeks, but he's still doing pretty good, not letting this get him down, still running up inside the top 10. Cody Smart doing a great job, but Roger Ray for Anjado, he's now moving his way into the top 10. Roger Ray sits 12th in points. A wreck at Daytona put him back there. Now he's really starting to climb towards the front. Great run today for Anjado, a 2-time champion team, one with the 40 and one with the 44, so both of those numbers have some success behind them. Roger Ray trying to be the next one in the line. Stephen Wallace Jr., Alex Fletcher, there's Cody Lamas. One thing to point out about Lamas with Tech Racing, he's made both races, but the finishes have just not been there. Not at all. I'm pretty sure he was in a crash at Daytona, I know that. Just had a horrible, horrible day at Las Vegas. He's right now inside the top 15, doing a great job for how he's been driving this season. Cody is 38th in points. That's not going to get him a championship at all. That might not even get him locked in to next week's race, but Cody's doing his best here. Now you see Cody Smart kind of slipping. Roger Ray making a move on Alex Fletcher. Looking a bit further back, Matt Sladek, one of the road course guys. He's there. One thing to point out as we were looking up at the ticker, Luke Rainey has chopped into about 0.3 of a second off of Colton Layne's lead. Don't think he'll be able to catch him, though. William Duncan up here in the 33. Cordell Smith in the 6. Cordell has not had a good start to the season either. 34th in points, though he still has a long time to gain up. And one thing to mention, Matt Sladek, a few spots above him, is only 33rd in points. So both of these guys right now running inside the top half of the field. That's good for them. And the lone female in the field, Priya McShane for Rockstar Energy Racing, driving the Rockstar Energy number 2. She's having not the best day, but a very solid one. 17th right now. Great run for Priya. Further back, you got Trip McGinnis making his first start. There you see the 83. That's Mikey Yamakaze. Ryan Reed up in 20th. He's making his first start of the season. First time that the team has made a race, but that's a good move for him after he started the race a bit further back in the grid. 18th position. He's about 18th right now, fighting for the 19th spot. Austin Delgado started this race from the 34th spot. He's up into the top 20 if he can just get around the 83. That would be 20th right there. So a pretty steady climb for Kamikaze Motorsports. His team boss, Casey Mears, he's not made a race this season. Kind of heartbreaking for them. Peter Onjak fighting back there. We'll go ahead. Antoine Smith and Carson Bowers. You see that? There is Colton Layne right there. And all that time that Luke Rainey gained up, it's all for nothing. He's back to 2.2 seconds behind. Logan Cloud 3rd. Austin Johnson up to 4th. Matthew Brown 5th. Clifton 6th. Fletcher 7th. Battle for 8th is Eric Monaco and Roger Ray. That's 8th and 9th. Alex Peters in the 10th position. As we come around, we're down just inside 10 laps to go. Now with 9 to go, Colton Layne right now looks like no one's going to be able to stop him. Even with a caution, the caution would have to come out pretty soon for these guys to be able to have a chance at Layne. See, that gap has opened up. Luke Rainey, the only one anywhere near him, and Rainey has about another second and a half on Austin Johnson. Now Logan Cloud, that 79 team starting to fall back. That, of course, is Cloud's Season 2 rookie paint scheme with Anjado, when he drove for that part-time 04 team before taking his full rookie season with the 44. Cloud right now sitting 4th, but Noah Clifton in 5th. He's going to make a big move to the inside of Matthew Brown. We've seen that twice today, Clifton making 3 wide moves, and now this is for a top 5 run. Fitzwater Australia Racing really improving with Noah Clifton today. Dylan Young, I don't know what has happened to that 86 team, but it's just not as strong as Clifton. Clifton sits 13th in points coming into this. He could be looking at a top 10 run after this race is over in the points. And right now he's fighting Matthew Brown. That is for the 5th position in the race. And Noah Clifton, it is a fantastic performance today by this 59 team. Again, we have to stress Fitzwater Australia Racing was unable to secure a lot of funding for their truck team and as well for their Mountain Dew Custom Series teams. Not too many sponsors on these cars. But Noah Clifton trying to show him that he deserves this place and that he deserves a ride in the Mountain Dew Custom Series. A great run for the fellow Australian. Now on the inside of him, Matthew Brown. That is for the 5th position. Brown's actually going to slide him up. Both of them slide up as they're going to lose some time to Logan Cloud And Austin Johnson, Luke Rainey up in second, but Colton Layne all alone in first. There's Antoine Smith. He's a lap down. He came into this race third in points. It doesn't look like with another caution he's going to gain any more. 33rd place, not very good for him. Colton Layne, though, out in front. You see the gap back to Rainey, back to Johnson, and the 79 of Logan Cloud. Matthew Brown, 5th. Clifton, Fletcher, Smart, Ray, and Alex Peters, your top 10. Cody Lamas into 11th. William Duncan, 12th. Ditech Motorsports starting to kind of shine here at the end of this one. Stephen Wallace, 13th. Smart, 14th. And Sladek, 15th. Cordell Smith sits 16th. Ryan Reed has gained to 17th. 18th, Priya McShane. She's starting to slide. 19th, Mikey Yamakaze. Trip McGinnis also starting to slide. He's back to 20th. 21st is Patrick Smith. 22nd, Austin Delgado. 23rd, Mike Cook. He does have damage, though. 24th, Jeffrey Finguy. 25th is Austin Murray. 26th, Peter Onjak. 27th, Bobo Jones. 28th, Daniel Elliott. 29th, Jesse Turner. 30th, Logan Bradley. 31st is someone's a lap down here, I think. Oh, it is the 29. Jesse Turner is actually a lap down. So 30th is Larry Hagan. 31st, Carson Bowers. And now Antoine Smith gets worked around by Colton Layne. 3 laps to go here at Phoenix. Colton Layne is now out to an immense lead, 2.7 seconds over them. Luke Rainey all the way back in second, but in third, he even has another about 2 seconds back to Austin Johnson, Logan Cloud. Noah Clifton fighting for the 5th position, but with 2 to go, Colton Layne looking to take home this victory. Mountain Dew Custom Series put his 2nd win of the season. This could be a record-breaking season. Jake Galloway broke the record for 4 wins in the NSDCA last year. There have been only a few drivers who have won multiple races in a row. Diego Yepes won last season the CRTS multiple races in a row. DJ Curtis has won in the CRTS 2 races in a row. Colton Layne is trying to do that with the white flag out here at Phoenix. 1 more to go. 1 more time around. Colton Layne, caution is out. The race is over. Colton Layne is your race winner. Not like that would have changed anything. 1 car round, that's William Duncan. Trip McGinnis with heavy contact in that 19. And the race is over, but it was over anyway. Colton Layne, as long as he doesn't crash, he should be fine. They're kind of stacking up to William Duncan here, but Colton Layne comes out of turn number 4. He will win at Phoenix. Colton Layne, your race winner. Luke Rainey will come home in 2nd. Austin Johnson 3rd. Cloud 4th. And Matthew Brown 5th. Noah Clifton, a strong top 10 performance, comes home in 6th, and the rest of the field goes across the line. But Colton Layne, he don't care about that pace car. He wants to get down there and celebrate. It's Colton Layne in the 14, taking home the victory here at Phoenix. The first driver this season to win 2 races. First one to win 2 in a row in Mountain Dew Custom Series since Galloway last season. At the end of the season, Galloway went on to win the title. So Layne could be a title contender this year, or will be a title contender this year. Alex Fletcher comes home 7th. That'll lose him the points lead, as well as lose him some ground on Layne. So Layne coming into next race with a very good run. It was a race here at Phoenix today. Nothing really out of the ordinary for the Phoenix races. Daniel Elliott having a little bit of trouble on pit road down there, but Colton Layne comes home with a dominant performance. Alex Fletcher is going to lose a bit of time in the point standings as Jesse Turner and Larry Hagan get into it on pit road down there too. Alex Fletcher came into this race with points lead. It'll be Colton Layne coming out of it with it. His starting position has started on pole all 3 races and has won 2 of them. Layne is a force to be reckoned with. Antoine Smith is going to lose a lot of ground in the point standings as well as he DNF'd this race. But it was a pretty solid race here at Phoenix. Much more solid than the Crown Royal Truck Series races here in the past. Colton Layne with a dominant performance. Luke Rainey and Logan Cloud tried everything they could to get around that 14, but it was not enough. And Alex Fletcher just faded too late to be a factor. We thank you guys so much for tuning into the Mountain Dew Custom Series Arizona Dodge Dealers 150 at the Phoenix Raceway. Tomorrow we will be at Auto Club for the King Taco 250 in the Crown Royal Truck Series. We thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time on the NSDCA.